Hey guys, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. And it is hump day, guys. First practice is in the books for the last week of the season. And Zach Martin did not practice, and more than likely looks like he's going to be resting, regardless of Jerry Jones saying that they want to play with momentum. They're going to also be smart about who they play. And we know Tyrone Crawford is doing better. He didn't practice as well, but for the most part, we're actually getting in pretty good shape health-wise. And it's kind of cool because as much as you guys trash this team, this is 3 years in a row with a winning season. 3 years in a row. Let me say that again. 3 years in a row that we've had a winning season. And two of those, boy, I'm having all kinds of problems today. And two of those three, we're talking about playoffs. Playoffs? You're talking about playoffs? Yeah, we're talking about playoffs. How cool is that? Making doors to go with the vanities over here. It's kind of cool the way it interlocks when you use the shaper. You got a male and a female piece, and they fit in exactly. But as our team gets ready for playoffs, other teams are looking at making some changes. Check this out. This is really cool, okay? This is our rail, okay? So it's a 2-inch piece of oak. You put it on the shaper machine, cuts that detail. So I got that same detail on this piece, but then it cuts the opposite of it. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Check this out. Watch this. Look at this. Oh, works better if I go this way with it. But look at this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? You put some glue in that sucker, it swells up. Bam! It ain't coming apart. So other teams right now are looking at making changes. Coaches getting fired, coaches getting hired, players getting let go. Some teams are in better shape looking forward, saying, you know what, we finished the season strong. Other ones look like they've imploded and need to make major changes. And one of those teams that have imploded after starting out really good and leading the NFC East are the Washington Redskins. And unfortunately, Alex Smith, of course, injured, may never play football again. We don't know. But they've had a lot of problems. You know, we know about Swearinger, who just got released this past week, and now the Arizona Cardinals picked him up, who his name is perfect, Swearinger, because it seemed like every loss he was out there swearing about the coaching and everything else and how this wasn't right and that wasn't right. So it was a guy that you looked at and said, damn, dude. And I'm not saying he was wrong, but he was wrong about the way he went about it. And teams don't like it when you make a lot of noise about problems. But another person, not a player now, we're talking about a coach who doesn't seem to be happy about the situation right now is Bill Callahan. Bill Callahan, who you may remember being with the Dallas Cowboys, who kind of didn't like, the direction of things where we were going with it. He was our offensive coordinator and offensive line coach. And when you look at 2014, that was the pinnacle of that offensive line. That offensive line with Tyron Smith, with Travis Frederick, Zach Martin. You ended up having Doug Free, and I'm trying to remember who. Damn. Ron Leary? Ron Leary, I think, at guard. But that was like the pinnacle of that offensive line. And in fact, that year was Tony Romo's best year as far as, didn't have his most yardage, but that team was so successful. You looked at DeMarco Murray, 1,800 yards. You looked at Tony Romo, being great, and that team being a catch no catch away from the NFC Championship game. Yeah. So the question is, a lot of times we leave thinking that the grass is greener on the other side to find out it's really not. And the question would be is, because the Cowboys like to hire people they know. Bill Callahan be a guy that the Cowboys might be interested in bringing back. Knows the personnel, knows the ownership. Definitely didn't like what was going on with the Redskins. And in his defense with the Washington Redskins, they've had so many injuries on that offensive line. I mean, a lot. But yet, every week, that offensive line, no matter who was in or out, competed. They were still an offensive line to reckon with. So I dare say, Bill Callahan, I'd take him over Scott Linehan anytime. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on that one. But as always, guys, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work. And I'll see you guys soon.